We lost some of the potential Final Five participants, right? And that right now we got Sally Fitzgibbons, who's actually the year-end wild card, getting into this event. And she can do some damage right now because she's up against Joanne Defay, Laura, and Joanne coming into this event number 2 on the ranking.
Joanne has been on fire, though, you know, all the way since G-Land, as we see Sally taking the first roll of the dice for the heat.
Here goes Sally Fitzgibbons, 3-time winner here at the Oi Rio Pro, wants to make it 4. Talk about a comeback story. Sally Fitz, who suffered the heartbreak of the mid-year cut, back in action, got the call just as she was about to board a flight to go home to Australia, but made the decision as a lone wolf to come down here to Brazil, where she's had so much success in the past, but she has got a huge opponent. Let's start off with Sally Fitzgibbons.
Look at Sally having to speed down the line, looking for some open face, finds a place to place this turn, and then just all rail coming around for Sally Fitzgibbons, and just really looking energetic at the start of this heat. I like the fact that she's quick to start and just putting in a solid number to get going, Laura. I think it's so important for a competitor to start off on, you know, on a good foot, and that's exactly what Sally did.
Looking very spicy and fast.
Joanne Defay, representing France, big carving snap to start. She is a powerhouse and super consistent. Her results on the year have been stellar, currently sitting at 2nd place in the world. She won in G-Land, got a 3rd place finish in El Salvador. But definitely cannot take Sally Fitzgibbons lightly. Sometimes when a surfer just tunes in to a specific event, magical things happen. For Sally Fitzgibbons, you wouldn't really on paper think of her as the surfer to beat in Brazil.
Replay here, Joanne Defay. This wave had a slower pace, so it allowed Joanne to get some turns straight off the bat. So 2 big turns on the outside, in contrast to the fact that Sally had to race down the line for her 3.5. So I expect a bigger number for Joanne Defay on this performance right here. She's able to link up into the shore break, avoid some of that backwash, but really the meat of the score is going to come off of those first 2 big turns out the back. And she's got 6.33 for this effort. She's
still serving. She's still shredding. Silvana, one of the legends of the sport.
Joanne Defay, up and out, 27.48 on the clock. Her first score, that 6.33, the highest of the heat so far. So we're going to be setting ourselves up for an epic finish here. Joanne Defay and Sally Fitzgibbons with a bit of a rematch from just a few weeks ago in El Salvador, where Joanne Defay got the edge. She had priority, so she got the opportunity to take this wave. Snap there. Bit of an awkward landing, but she maintains her speed. Now she's kind of trying to make that decision. How do I take the best path to this inside section? That wave dissipates underneath her, so nothing for Joanne Defay on the inside. It will be a decent backup number. The only heat that went way down the beach was Medina and Callum.
Replay here of Defay. Lip glide there, has to get the board back underneath her feet. Does a good job of staying over the board. And then the wave just kind of dissipates as this gutter is starting to form in between the outside and inside break. Tide continues to draw out, but I like this because this is a lot of effort. Lands it, gets a little buck, stays centered over the board, so goes complete, gets the job done, Laura, because what she was looking to do is back up that 6.33, and she did just that.
20 minutes on the clock. Sally Fitzgibbons going to go to her backhand. The backwash knocks her off her board, so just as she was standing up, gets hit by a speed bump. She goes down. She'll get right back into the lineup.
On, one big turn or one big critical backside slash. So looks like Joanne choosing a right here.
Here we go. Navigating through the bump. Quick snap there. Tries to get around that section. Looks like the backwash may be increasing a little bit with the tide.
They can roll the dice a lot on this right because it's so quick to get back out the back.
Sally Fitz now. It's some face to work with. Nicely done. Throwing the tail. One big, beautiful turn for Sally Fitzgibbons, and she's right back out there. 18-14 to go. Good to see the score that dropped for this nice turn right here.
Yeah. Throws the fins, gets a little bit of that slide, a 4.23 for that one turn for Sally Fitzgibbons.
We have to wait.
Thank you, Louisa, for that update. Of course, best wishes and positive thoughts to Gabriel Medina, one of the best to ever do it. So we will, of course, keep you updated as we get news. We do not speculate on injuries. Here we go. Sally Fitzgibbons activates on her backhand. Pair of snaps there. Nice little recovery. Fighting through the backwash there, Sally Fitzgibbons. Looking for a 5-2-1. It was a solid first turn. We'll see what the judges throw out there for Sally. 3.5. We'll see what this last wave does for her.
Great surfing on the backhand. You can see the rhythm right there. A little caught up. We're talking about the backwash and some of the warble and ribs in the wave.
It's a way harder paddle back at the back. I think she might even probably try a lek to come in and get the ski out.
Johanne Defay on a gem. High speed snap, but again the backwash rips the board from underneath her feet. Yeah, there is room at the top in both the men's and women's draw as Sally Fitzgibbons now smashes the lip and tries to hang on. Can't quite ride out of that whitewater explosion. It looked great, 99%, and then that last second.
Sally on the move right now, looking left.
All right, here we go. Sally Fitzgibbons looking for a 5-2-1 on her backhand. Kind of an awkward start to this wave, the backwash. So Johanne Defay now finding a little cover, but can't ride out of that. So now she's just handed over the opportunity to Sally Fitzgibbons, who's trying to fight her way back out into the lineup and get priority. It's a paddle race now with a minute to go. Looking for the half-court Hail Mary. Here we go. Sally Fitzgibbons with some opportunity. It's going to be a split peak. Sally goes left. Quick snap off the top. Needs more. Hits the whitewater. This is where a connection and a big finish could be crucial. Trying to fight her way across the flat section. She can't get it. 2 turns out the back. Was it enough?
On Joanne's side, here's Sally Fitz on the backhand. Carve. Gets one more in. Pretty tight. I don't think that's going to be enough for Sally Fitzgibbons as we watch this replay.
Well, we don't get to use the nickname Sakurema Sally anymore because that was just not enough.
So here's the replay. It was a split peak. Here's the right for Johanne Defay. Comes around there, hits some deep water, has to settle for a cutback, and that looks like that's all that Johanne got.
But full credit to Sally Fitzgibbons for coming down with the last-minute wildcard spot. Congratulations to Johanne Defay getting the win and advancing through into the semifinals.